Hello, let's do the freedom color placement and free hand painting technique today. The first thing we're going to do is start out with our first section. We're going from the corner of the nape up to the occipital bone and back down to the other corner of the nape there. Next, we are going to go from the bottom of the ear and we're going to create that zigzag parting all the way across, following that to the other side of the ear here. And we're using all triangles and diamonds for this. Next, we're going to go to the front here and we're going to get to the side ridge. We're going to go down to the top of the ear and we're going to follow that pattern all the way to the top of the other ear. So from this ear, we're going up, back down, back up, back down, up and down to this side of the ear here. Next, we're going to go from the top of the head. So we're finding the high point of the head. You can do so by putting your comb on the top of her head. And then you're going to create 5 diamonds off of the front part, off of the high point of her head. So you are creating 5 sections from there. Now let's get to doing some color. Okay, to do our freedom color, we're gonna do freehand painting and we're gonna start with this first section that we created right here at the nape of her neck. And I am going to load my board on the left side. I am using Surface Pure Lightener with 20 volume. Now I'm going to take this section, and this section is a triangle. So we are going to use the high point of this shape, and that is where we're going to paint this lightener on. So this high point of the triangle here, the high point there, and the high point on this side. And we are just going to paint that on. You can also choose to use clear on the kind of like a base color retouch, and that will just kind of help melt and soften that. Add a little bit of shine too, that never hurts. And then we're going to take these ends on the corner of our board here, and we're going to make sure to fully saturate those. Next, I'm going to grab a piece of my foil here, and we're going to create the same shape that we have here by folding these corners down. And then we're going to secure this foil in place there. We're going to continue to do that exact same technique with all of our diamonds and triangles. By using my board here, it gives the perfect amount of lightener on my brush so that I don't pick up too much product and we're not creating too harsh of a line on this freehand painting that we're doing. You can kind of peek underneath there to make sure that you're very, very saturated there on those ends. And then again, I'm just going to fold this foil to mimic that peak that I have on my section. And we are going to just keep on continuing that all the way around here. So on this front section here in her fringe area, we're taking 2 horizontal sections having 3 peaks at this first section. So if we want to kick it back into the 90s and repeat the same pattern we created on our center part, it would look just like that. I can't say I was a 90s baby, but I was a 90s child for sure. So that definitely speaks my language. And again, we're just going to repeat that same movement, that same technique that we've used on the rest of it, and we're painting into the center high point, the side high point, and the sides on each of the side high points. So think of the 3 peaks on the 2 side peaks there. You're going to do the center peak and the side of the peak. And then we're melting them together here in the center. And then we're going to make sure to fully saturate those ends there. And then we still have a triangular section here. We're going to elevate this, and we're gonna repeat that same thing. We're gonna hit that high center peak there, and then both sides. Till those all meet in the center. And now we're going to saturate those ends.